What's up everybody, Joseph Hadaway here, and welcome to my first video of 2024. I'm going to let you know now, there's going to be some changes this year. First up, we've made Chloe both smaller and cuter with the use of AI. Next up, my desk is at least 8% messier than the last time I hit record. So, yeah, those are kind of the only big things I actually had to say. Either way, let's get on to what we're talking about today. Alright, so in 2024, I'm setting a goal now that I am going to try a side hustle a week, 52 weeks, 52 side hustles throughout the entire year. And as you can probably guess, this is the first video in that series since I'm bringing it up. And this week, I'm trying to get monetized on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it nowadays. Alright, so first up, let's talk about what it takes to get monetized on X, or Twitter, or the app formerly known as Twitter. Whatever Elon feels like calling it this week. This is probably the easiest platform to get directly monetized on. All you have to do is get 5 million impressions over 90 days, which works out to about 60,000 a day. You'll have a little over to that point, but that's the number most people seem to be comfortable hitting. And number two, pay for X Premium, which at time of recording is $8 a month, at least here in the States, or $84 a year. And that's it. No follower requirements, no age of account requirements. I guess you have to set up a Stripe account, but that's really it. Moving on to my experience, I've been on X, Twitter, again, whatever Elon's calling it this week, for a little more than 3 years now. And I can honestly say, before this week really, I've never really cared about impressions. I mean, I like the follower count to go up, but it's never been my main focus. And to prove that, here's my actual stats page for November 2023. Not bad. I mean, I'd probably venture as far as to say I've had more impressions than the average user on the platform, but I'm nowhere near monetization. We take that and amortize it out over 90 days, so if I did the same thing 3 months in a row and I'm still less than 20% of the way. Quite obviously, I was not trying for impressions. And when I was planning out the series, I knew that I wanted to make this video this year. I wanted to focus on X monetization, but I kind of figured I'd put it off because it's not the most exciting thing. Then I had a post randomly pop off to about 1.5 million impressions in 24 hours, 1.8 over 48. And I figured I might as well lean into it, so that's how this video came about, doing it a little early. It's not what I anticipated this week, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Alright, so here's what I learned spending a week trying to get monetized on X. And let me real quick shout out both Blue Collar Investments and Investment Kage on Twitter, X, whatever. They're both great friends, and they were also so much help in creating this video. My biggest takeaways after talking to them and also my own experience were you don't actually have to live on X to get monetized. And number two, you can get monetized just by following around the big accounts. Yeah, that one tweet popping off helped me a lot. It really, really did. But it didn't get me there all by itself. I'm still shooting for that 60K impressions number a day, and most days I can get it in under an hour or two just commenting on unusual whale stuff. I've turned on notifications for them. I'm one of the first people to comment on everything they do. Everything they do blows up, so therefore my comment does as well. Dividend Hero actually tweeted about this quite recently, stating that he believes you can get monetized off replies, and I 100% believe that. Like, tweets are great, but the impressions come in the replies. Most of my tweets, they do pretty alright, 1,000, 2,000, I think every now and then I'll get one pop off to 5 or 6, but most of my replies under bigger accounts get 8 to 10 times the impressions, just because I'm tweeting under a bigger account with significantly more followers than I have. And here we are a week later, and I'm pretty consistently hitting 60K impressions before 9 or 10 a.m. every single day. Now, you may have noticed earlier that I said my big tweet only got 1.5 million impressions, but I was able to keep it going at the end of the week of December 20th through 27th with 1.8 million impressions on X. Now, you're probably at home thinking, that's not enough for monetization. And you're right. My X account is not monetized, but this is the Side Hustle of the Week series, not Side Hustle of the Quarter, so we're doing what we can. If I kept up that same pace of 1.8 million impressions every single week for an entire year, I'd be making roughly $30.60 a week, which comes out to just short of $1,600 a year. Kind of moving into my thoughts on X as a side hustle, $1,600, not bad. Not a lot of money for the year, but if someone offered me $1,600 for free, I'd happily take it. And of course, that's assuming 1.8 million impressions a week. More realistically, if you're going for the 60K a day, you're going to average closer to about 400K to 500K a week, which would then cut that down into about a third of what it was. And at that point, assuming it takes an hour or two a day, we're kind of looking at $1 to $3 an hour roughly. And at that point, we're rivaling surveys with how low that hourly rate is. Here's my honest take on it after being on X for a long time and trying to get monetized for 2 weeks now. If you enjoy X and can grow a large enough follower base, or just enjoy being on X and commenting to a point you can get 5 million impressions naturally, go for it. You are literally leaving money on the table if you're not getting the monetization, but you're spending that much time on X. But if you're going out of your way to try for monetization, and that's your only goal, I don't think it's worth it. There are plenty of higher ROI side hustles and other things that you could be doing and spending time on that would probably yield you a better product and more money over the long run. To sum it all up, I'm putting X monetization in the fun money, not really a side hustle category. And with that, bringing up the tier list, we're putting it in C tier. And with that said, thank you all again so much for checking out my first video of the year. Got a lot more to come this year. We're actually going up to 2 a week. You're going to get the side hustle series every Tuesday and then a regular video every Friday. On top of that, make sure to check out my streams every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 6 to 8 a.m. Eastern time. And also I'm going to be posting at least semi-regularly over on my second channel. I've got a lot more planned this year, some travel, some collabs. It's going to be a really big year for content, and I'm really excited for it. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like the video, comment down below what side hustles you want me to try next, subscribe to the channel, follow me on social media, and I'll see you all in the next one.